Well, had to shut down because of fog in South Dakota. Rusty got groomed in Rapid City, so we got to show him off. Also, a little word usage rant I got for you, and why I never park in the front row of a truck stop on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, so here it is. Well, it's actually Wednesday now at this point. Was Tuesday night, the second day into the new year so far. Did get to spend, after I delivered Monday, the first day of the new year, at the Walmart Distribution Center in Cheyenne. Got to then go to lunch with the fam, and then help my wife build some shelves in her, now what will become her little work area, office kind of thing, in the guest bedroom. So did all that, and so I got some good husband points there. Got some good dog points. What do you think? And speaking of good dog, yep, I was able to book an appointment for Rusty. I think the day before yesterday, for Rapid City, and he had actually been there before to get groomed to the at the PetSmart there. So they had seen him before, and I think they had seen him probably a year or two before that. Usually he's getting groomed at a different PetSmart all over the country, but since I've kind of been doing the same runs on more of a regular basis, he got to go back to the Rapid City PetSmart, and of course they were thrilled to see him. As a matter of fact, look at this right here. He was a professional for his spa day, and we always love seeing Rusty. Aww. All right, first off, yep, see, there he is. Now, I had to put, the old Rusty, well, not the old Rusty, just from the last video in the opening, because we wanted to reveal the lovely job they did at the PetSmart in Rapid City, South Dakota. So there he is, all nice and groomed. He's even got his cute little bandana on. Isn't that nice? So they did a great job with the ears, and that's a little more fuzz on top. But then they shaved him down. Here, we'll do the whole view. See? All right, let me grab your legs here, Rusty. See, there we go. They did a good job, and then left the tail fluffy. So when he's running around doing his Rusty thing, his little fluffy tail bounces behind him. So there he is. Aww. Oh, and I forgot to mention his name. Jordan is the one who did Rusty at PetSmart in Rapid City, South Dakota. Jordan, thanks for the great job. And there's the cute and groomed Rusty right after getting groomed. Oh yeah, so now we have the video proof of the lovely Rusty. Yeah, it was, after that, then, I had the time off there and everything, and was going to try to make it all the way to the Coffee Cup fuel stop in Plankinton, South Dakota. But sometimes I'll stay at the one in Vivian. I like both of those. There's a good one in Hartford, too. I really like the Coffee Cup fuel stops. They tend to also have the cheapest fuel in South Dakota, discount or not, with a fuel card. Our fuel card usually gives us good discounts at some places, and we have two different ones we use. One's the DIY semi-fuel card. Go to his channel or to his website to get information on that. The other one is through actually XPO of all places. But sometimes still the Coffee Cup, without a discount on either one of those, still beats them in the prices. So if you're rolling across 90 in South Dakota, keep that in mind. Yeah, but had to shut down because of the fog. It was getting so bad. I've been driving for 60 miles in the fog, and I just had enough. And at one point, it's because the temperature plummeted down to 21, and then all of a sudden it just really started sticking on the windshield. Had to crank the defrost on high just to try to keep the wipers going, to keep the ice off. And then I was able to clear enough of the ice, but it was just getting so bad. Look at all the frost that just built up on my CB antenna, for crying out loud. Never looks as bad on the video as it does in person. But it was just, I was tired of fighting that, so I just stopped here at the Loves in Kimball, South Dakota. And when I got here, this is another topic I wanted to talk about. Everyone always thinks they need to be in that front row, closest to the building, I gotta be in the front row.
Good thing, sir. We're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row.
Of course, me, I'm always looking, for the back row. I want to be near the grass, and I also want to be in a spot where I'm not going to have to deal with all the new drivers and everyone pulling in and out all night long, and a better chance of someone taking your hood off or hitting your trailer. So I always look for the most remote corner. So I'm in the furthest corner from the building, where I have a curb on one side with the grass over there, and open spots to my left. Let me show you. Well, I had to park here at the Loves in Kimball, South Dakota. Look at all this snow. It's built up from that last storm they had. Giant snowbanks when they were plowing the lot. there. Look out that side window right there. Lots of snow, so I'm not sure Rusty's going to find much grass out there, but we'll throw him down there in the snow, and he's kind of used to that, so he'll be a happy dog. Yeah, I got to show this because this always cracks me up. This Love's is only about half full. You can see the building way over on top of over that truck over there where the fuel islands are. And then there's a row right in front of that one. You can see right there, I'll put an arrow. And then a space, and now I've got that row. Everyone always thinks they need to be really close to the building. I'm always looking to get away from everybody if I can. Like where I'm parked, I showed that earlier shot. I've got only somebody can potentially park on one side of me. Plus I want to be near a place for Rusty. And then look at this. Look how empty it is this direction. Because nobody wants to park in the back. I want everybody away from me. I'm parking in the back, baby. So, yeah, you got a much better chance of getting hit, backed into, someone bashing into your hood or whatever, whenever you're trying to park in like the front row or the front rows closest to the building of a truck stop. Over all my years, I don't want to deal with that, so I park as far away from the building as I can. Plus, thanks to my remodeling here in the Clutch Trucker truck, I've got a cassette toilet back here, so it's not as big an issue for me. I don't mind parking away from the building. I would park in rest areas more if, the DOT didn't stop and try to hassle a lot of the drivers and do inspections while they're parked there, for part of the reason. And also, sometimes they're all filled up. But so if I hit a truck stop, I'm looking for the spot furthest from the building, closest to the grass for the dog, and out of all the hassle. What do you think? And now it's rant time. All right, a couple of things. Menards really kind of hacked me off. My wife and I went to the store and I was trying to get new hooks to hang up my ladder, because I carry a ladder inside my trailer, right, attached to the right door on the inside. And the old hooks went away with the old doors on the trailer. Watch my last video about all about getting the new doors put on. And they gave me some numbers there, but they're tiny. See, look how small they are. My trailer number is, well, if I turn it this way, 205, okay? And these are pretty small, look, compared to my hand. So I was looking for something for the hooks at Menards. They didn't have the kind of hooks I wanted, so couldn't get those there. And the Home Depot and the Lowe's is all the way across town, so we didn't have time for that. I still needed to help my wife with the whole shelving thing she was trying to put up. So then we go looking by mailboxes, where you think you'd find numbers, because people need them for their mailboxes. Well, we found these. But these aren't the biggest ones. They had ones that are about an inch and a half bigger, but they didn't have any fives. No fives. Oh, they had two places with zeros, and I need 205. So these are the biggest I could get. I may or may not put these on. They were only like 60 cents a piece, because I still want them bigger than that. But when I was leaving Walmart the other day after delivering, and they said, I'm showing them the empty trailer. What number is this? I don't see a number on the door. Okay, I'm gonna put numbers on Pally. Calm down, but these are the biggest I could find. I want bigger ones. So again, Menards kind of let me down. Okay, that's first rant. Next rant, I'm really sick of people misusing the word whenever. I know I'm old. I'm 56, almost 57. This is kind of I was in radio for over 20 years, and so using the correct words in the right way a lot of times is very important to me. Of course, now I butcher it, like when I say, what do you think? And sometimes I'll say other silly things, on this channel. But whenever is one that drives me nuts. Tell me if you feel the same. When people use whenever wrong, they use it when they mean when. Like they'll say, well, whenever I saw him yesterday, no, you just saw him once, so that was when you saw him yesterday. Or they'll say, hey, I was driving down the road, or whenever I was driving down Smith Street yesterday. No, when you were driving down Smith Street. You mean when, you don't mean whenever. Whenever you get to that project, please let me know. That would be the correct usage. So that's one of those things that just makes me violent. Also, I've been hearing a lot of the millennials use this word wrong. They say conversate Well, I like to conversate with other people. You mean converse? Conversate's not a word. Drives me nuts. Converse. And I had this argument with my son Justin. He was saying, well, but I just like saying it that way. But it's wrong. Use converse. Don't use conversate. We've had this argument for years on stuff. He likes to say verse. Well, you know, the Broncos are is the Broncos versus the Tigers or whatever, you know. Again, verses, not verse, verses. And then this is just another one. Oh, and scene. Don't get me started on scene. Well, I seen him yesterday. You saw him yesterday. You have seen him before. I seen him. I seen that. I seen that coming. You saw it coming. Why are you using a longer word? Okay, one more. My wife's brother's family does this, and I've heard it on some videos on YouTube and stuff. I was watching a video all about how to set up my AirTag, and this came up. Button. There's two T's in there. B-U-T-T-O-N. Button. Pronounce the T's. Button. Or they'll say mountain. Mountain. M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. Mountain. Which, you know, again, really shouldn't be spelled that way. T-I-N. That should be mountain, right? But pronounce the T's. Button. Mountain. Button. Mountain. Am I being too ridiculous? Sorry, those are just a few things that were driving me nuts. What can I say? Okay, so here I am parked in Kimball, South Dakota at the Loves. Give me about 8 hours, a little over 8 hours to drive tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead, instead of taking that route up through Windham and all that to skate along the bottom of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, you know, it's a weekday. So if I'd rather not have to deal with all that traffic, I'm just going to go straight across 90 into Wisconsin, through La Crosse and all that, and then up to Plover, to that quick trip I like to stay at, where I'm at DIY Semi, by the way. And then it puts me 30 miles away from my delivery in Rothschild, Wisconsin at Beauregard, USA for Thursday morning. So I'm going to go that way. It's about 33 miles longer, but it saves, because if you go that other route, where on those smaller highways, you have to keep going through all the stoplights and small towns and all that. It's actually faster, and you get better fuel economy. And you're on mostly major roads, and I really love that quick trip there in Plover. Great place to stop. So that's where I'm going to be heading tomorrow. Like I say, a little over an 8-hour drive tomorrow. Well, wanted to make it a little bit farther today, but what are you going to do? And then as of now, I do not have any other load booked for after I deliver Thursday morning. I'm going to try to take care of that tomorrow. The lignite is coming up again, but not until the 12th, the Friday, and the 15th Monday. So I can take either one of those. But in the meantime, that means I got to bounce around a little bit more. So we'll be just looking for loads in all the wrong places tomorrow. All right, well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Just, yeah, quick Rusty update. We have to show the groomed Rusty and the fog and a couple other things. Yeah, right, Rusty? And those bacon strips are coming, buddy. Because you earned them today, definitely. That's for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on Twitter, X. Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. I did put a shortened version of just the Christmas gifts on there on that. And I'm going to post some Rusty stuff on all three of those tonight. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. Tire World. Yeah, Lou, Charlie Donovan here with the Cleveland Indians. Hey, listen, we were interested to see if you wanted to manage the club this year. I don't know. But it's the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, listen, Charlie, I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. I'll have to get back to you. All right, is there something you want? Is there something you're craving? Yeah? All right, are you doing your happy doggy dance? Getting all ready for him? You know what, it's coming, don't you? It's the bacon strips. Is it the bacon strips? Alrighty, there you go. Oh, yes. It's a beautiful thing. All over it like hair on a gorilla. Like white on rice. And why? Because, sing it with me, he's a begging strip dog. He's a begging strip dog. Sometimes he eats too fast and it starts to cough. He's a begging strip dog. Loving it, baby. Oh, yeah. Happy dog. But you earned it today, Rusty. Wow, you did those quick. Happy dog look. Rusty! Hey, look up here. Rusty, hello? Rusty! Up here. Hey, Rusty! Rusty! Up here, look! Hey! Up here.